Three, two, one, you're live.
A very good morning and welcome out to the middle of Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground for the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 Series Game 1 today. It is Craig and Gower up against Lantau. Ladies, we got both umpires out in the middle, Shelton de Cruz and Niaz Ali. It's a Craig and Gower home game, so Captain Amanda Chung will toss, and for Lantau, the captain Alishba Kanwal will call. Heads is the call. Heads is the result, so Lantau get the win. We'll have a chat to Alishba. What are you going to do winning the toss, Alishba?
I like to choose batting.
Okay, batting first. We want to talk about the fact that because of the weather conditions, you'll be playing on AstroTurf. Is that a decision on why you wanted to bat first?
No, actually I decided before the match that we want to bat first.
Well, talking about that AstroTurf pitch we have to play on today for Premier League, does it change any of the setup or the bowling lineup? Do you make any different decisions than if you were playing on turf?
Well, definitely, because we have a large field on this side now, so it's going to be a bit difficult if we have to bowl. But for batting, I think we can catch more runs over here.
Now, I was doing the maths, and I do believe if Lantau gets the win today, it'll guarantee them a position in the final, and a loss will mean that it could be 3 or 4 teams on 2 points, on 3 wins by the end of it. So it's a must-win game. Are the ladies up for it?
Yes, definitely, we're up for it because we made it this far, so of course we want to go into the finals.
Well, congratulations, Alishba Kanwal, winning the toss for Lantau. We'll bring Amanda Chung in now and have a chat. Amanda, if you had won the toss, what would have you done?
Yeah, I will choose bowling first because of the weather and the outfield is a bit wet. So we would like to bowl first and get more advantage on that.
You've been very good with the ball, but we're just talking to Alishba about the fact that you're playing on AstroTurf today due to the wet pitch. Does that make any changes to the decisions on who you bowl and how to use the bowlers today?
There will not be much difference because we play a lot of game in PKBL. We play a lot of game in Astro, so we have many experience on that.
And finally, as I was talking to Alishba as well, this is a must-win game for Craig and Gower. A win will keep you in contention. A loss will mean that you cannot make the final. So is there nerves? Is it an exciting game for the team?
Yeah, we all feel so excited for this game, and we would really like to win this to get into the final because we get into the final for the T20 League, and we would also like to get into the final in this Premier League.
Well, thank you very much, Amanda Chung, captain of Craig and Gower. They'll be coming out to have a bowl. That is the news from the top. Not only is the pitch we're going to use today going to be AstroTurf, which will make some changes to how the teams do the setup with a very long boundary just over my right shoulder, but also how they attack and come out here today. So that is Lantau have won the toss. They've elected to have a bat. We'll be live from 9:30 a.m. right here from Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Very good morning and welcome to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Aaron Bush with you for this Premier League T20 series for 2025. An all-important women's game to start us off here at 9:30am. It is Craig and Gower Cricket Club up against Lantau. We're out in the middle earlier. Lantau winning the toss, electing to have a bat. You can see on screen we're playing on AstroTurf for game one. We're not sure about this afternoon's men's game yet, because that pitch just to the side is a little damp. So the women will be playing on Astro to start with, and Lantau heading out to the middle to have a bat, and it'll be Craig and Gower with ball in hand. They wanted to have a bowl anyway, so everyone's pretty happy with how the toss went. They say it's an all-important game this morning. It really is. Whoever wins today, well, for Craig and Gower, it's must win. It's their final game of the round-robin series. They've played 3, won 2, lost 1. 4 points in second place. But if they remain on 4 points and don't win today, Lantau will leapfrog them and they'll be out of contention for the final. A win for Lantau, of course, that'll go 3-3, top of the table. HKCC also playing up the hill. They'll probably end up 3-3, depending on the result of that game against Cellar Dwellers Kowloon Cricket Club. But yes, talking to Amanda Chung, the captain of Craig and Gower at the toss, and she was all up for this game. She knew the team had to win. They've got their superstar Kerry Chan back in today. It's going to be Karen Poon to open the bowling, though. Bowling from the Victoria Harbour end. And out in the middle, well, my view's blocked a bit by the roller still out there on the ground. It has to be sent off before we can start proceedings. It should be Joylene Kaur and Mahekdeep opening the bowling with batting with Joylene on strike. Umpires officiating. You can see umpire Niaz Ali at the Victoria Harbour end, and umpire Shelton de Cruz out at square leg, and will be officiating from the Argyle Street end for over number 2. The roller is steaming on off just to the side of the pitch, and as that departs, we'll be able to get underway. Of course, the ground staff here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground trying to get all the pitches ready for the big T20I series coming up starting on Wednesday, live on Cricket Hong Kong China YouTube and Stick Sports in the subcontinent, with Hong Kong China taking on Nepal, Qatar and Kuwait. We'll be live for that one as well on Wednesday, but Premier League first. As Karen Poon bowls to Joylene. The length dropped back a bit and just pushed out to cover. Run around, look at where the field setup is. No slip in place, but there's a third inside the circle. Deep square leg and a deep mid-wicket, the two outside for the power play. And that's because we're playing on this AstroTurf pitch, and that's a very short boundary on the leg side for this over for the right-handers. They've got a catching mid-wicket as well, which is likely to be the captain, Amanda Chung, plus mid-on, mid-off. This one's going to point and no run available. So also extra cover and cover inside the circle on the offside, rounding out the fielding 11. Almira with the gloves on, as always for Craig and Gower. This one is pushed straight to the extra cover, catching position in close. Pulto, as always, getting the duties at that extra cover catching position, which gets peppered in the Premier League. A tidy start from Karen to start with, 3 dots in the first. This one going to Amanda at that mid-wicket position for another dot. We talked about how important this game is for both sides. Lantau can secure their spot in the final with only 1 round remaining, and it'll be a big game probably to decide who gets home final rights against HKCC in round 5. Didn't know much about that one, Joylene. Another good ball from Poon. But they're a little under strength, Lantau today. With conflicting schedules, there's also the domestic T20 semi-finals going on. So some of their India club players, Vansi Chowdhury and Myra Baloch, not available for Lantau today. That's going to be maiden to start with for Karen and Kogan Gower after one. Lantau still none for none. Kerry Chan to bowl over number 2 for Craig and Gower from the Argyle Street end. I had a chat to Craig and Gower captain Amanda Chung, talking about any adjustments needed to be made for the team playing on AstroTurf, but as she pointed out, over at PKVR Reservoir, the domestic games, they're all on Astro, so well versed in playing. Only difference is nobody can wear spikes out there today. We'll bring Mahek Deep Core on strike for the first time today. Both batters, and of course, Carrie and Karen, all in the Hong Kong China team for the internationals, and the Hong Kong China team off to Sri Lanka at the end of this month for a pre-tour before the World Cup qualifiers in Thailand in May. And plenty of talent on display for the Premier League. Of course, a few on the fringes, probably looking to try to squeeze their way into that tour and into the side. Whole pivot there from Hack Deep, and nothing on it, and the string of dots continue. Bottom handed it, just bobbled out onto the offside. And one on the offside, one on the leg side. Someone brave enough to put the helmet on. Might have been a catching position. Happy to stay just a few feet back. Does look like full toes moved in closer though on that offside. That's where that one along the ground goes to. Could see back-to-back maidens here to start with for Craig and Gower, which would be a great start. They wanted to have a bowl anyway. Faster, shorter one, and goes to mid-wicket. This is going to be out. A big mix-up as Joylene came running, but Mahek Deep stayed in a crease, and that means Joylene Kerr departs for a duck, and it's a wicket maiden for the team. And after 2, Lantau yet to get a run, but they've lost their first wicket. Amanda Chung at mid-wicket, picking up and doing a good throw in, straight over the top of the stumps to carry. And that's going to bring Christine Joy Lavino to the crease at number 3, with still no runs on the board for Lantau. She'll be on strike, as the batters did not cross. Karen Pun to continue from the Victoria Harbour end. Back-to-back maidens for the Craig and Gower side with a wicket as well. It's a blistering start for them. Not so great so far for Lantau, as Lavino faces her first delivery. Again, Pushes it to mid-wicket and no looking at a run that time. Wisely. As Amanda Chung onto it very quickly. And there's going to be first runs off the bat this time. Backward of square, short boundary, work to do for the deep square. It's not going to make it all the way. It's spongy out there, and in the end, it's just a single. It's a bit of a yes-no again mix up out in the middle. I'll take one. They will get their first runs off the bat, though. Surprised that one didn't make it to the ropes on that short leg side, but the outfield is quite spongy. Any big hitting on the offside from this end. And they're going to have to run for very long boundary towards Ting Kwong Road. Just driving, defending that one. Mahak still looking to get off the mark. Of course, 2 games in the Premier League T20 series going on today. One here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, the other up at Hong Kong Cricket Club. Keep an eye on that game today as well. All important, HKCC can retain their position on top with a win over last place HKCC. KCC have decided to, well, they've gone into bat. HKCC winning the toss up there. KCC 10 for 1 in the third. Going at faster rate than Lantau is here. Oh, Yorker length, good delivery. And again, a long way down. The throw went to the wrong end in the end as Levino came halfway down the pitch and was sent back by Mahak. And through for another dot. So just the one run coming from the third. Lantau 1 for 1. Halfway through the power play. Gary Chan to continue. Coming off a team wicket maiden. Maiden for Gary and a run out. Continuing with the left arm around the wicket. To Levino. An appeal turned down by umpire De Cruz. Again into the body, trying to go on the leg side. There's plenty of room. No square leg, no fine leg. There's a third inside the circle and a gully and a point and an extra cover mid-off on the offside. And into the body, bit too much bounce. But on the leg side, they've got a sweeper out at deep mid-wicket. And then also a mid-wicket inside the circle and a mid-on. It's going to be the first extra of the day. So that one goes a well down leg. But if they can get bat on ball, leg side between square leg or backward square, yes, long boundary. So it's wise field choice by Chung. That's hit well onto the leg side. That sweeper from deep mid-wicket comes around to cow corner. April Chung having to do all the duties out in the deep on the leg side. 2 runs so far off the over with the ball remaining. The floater. Back foot just down in time. So ends off the over. 2 coming from it after 4. Lantau 3 for 1. Change in bowling. The captain's going to bring herself on for over number 5, Amanda Chung from the Victoria Harbour end. Already exacted that run out. Now going to have a bowl, leaving a couple of overs spare for their speeds to Karen Poon. And drags the first one down leg. Lavino again missing out there. They do have the deep square leg and deep mid-wicket in place for the Victoria Harbour overs due to that very short boundary on the leg side, but no fine leg. Get one on backward of square. Should race away. Didn't last time. He went for a single, but a little bit more energy and power onto the ball. Should make the ropes pretty easy. 9:45 a.m. Church bells for a Sunday pealing in the background. Another one. Left alone. Happy to take the extra. We'll run through the playing 11s as well today for both sides. Start with Lantau, who won the toss. Float onto the pads. It's got to be very close. It is. Umpire Niaz Ali raises the left hand. Up goes the finger. The second wicket falls. Lavino out for 2. Lantau 5 for 2. Full floating in swinger onto middle and leg. Not a hard decision for umpire Niaz. And the second wicket falls as Lavino makes her way back. And Charlene Calizzo comes out to the crease at number 4. The captain striking. She's got 1 run out, and now she's got a wicket to her name. Amanda Chung started with a couple of wides down leg, then got it right on to middle and leg, getting the LBW. And still 5 deliveries left of this over. Plenty happening already. Calizzo. The job to do. Mahekdeep still out there. Yet to get off the mark. And been losing partners at regular intervals in this power play. And gets through again. This time a bit shorter, so a bit of a bounce and over the top of middle and leg. I will get to that playing 11 if we can get through a delivery without a wicket. Wait on this one from Amanda. Oh, I'm not going to get a chance to talk about the team list just yet because she gets a second straight through, this time onto the stumps, and Calizzo departs for a duck. That's the 3rd wicket down for Lantau on 5. Onto that leg stump. And another wicket falls. This is troubling times for Lantau. Needing the win to secure a place in the final. April Rose Sakwalan to the crease at number 5. Still over and a half left of the power play. And it's definitely been Craig and Gower's power play so far today. Right. As Sakwalan comes out to the middle, we'll run through the playing list today. The captain, Alicia Kanwal, who we talked to at the middle. April Rose, who's heading out right there on top of the screen. Charlene Calizzo, the one that just departed. Christine Lavino. Gurkamal Kaur. Chima Kaur. Joylene, who's already out, run out. Mahekdeep at the non-striker's end. Janie Tagaro. Anna May. Gersamran, Kaur and Darashi. Wait on this ball. See if we can get through the Gower playing 11 today. And again, good full Yorker length. Gets bat on it to protect the stumps. So the captain with ball in hand, Amanda Chung, got all 3 wickets. 2 with the ball in hand and a run out. The keeper, Almira Leong. Amy Lai, April Chung, Dorothea Chan, Karen Boone, the opening bowler. And that's driven nicely, but straight to cover. Gets through. So now there's a bit of a mix-up. Mahektik's coming. A throw into the bowler is going to be very close, but in the end, April Rose survives, gets down the non-strikers end. A devastating over there from Amanda Chung after 5. Lantau 6 for 3. Where was I? Up in the team list. We got to Karen Boone. So Gary Chan, who opened the bowling from the Argyle Street end. Lasita Lai, Pulto, Sahar Chan and Vanessa So. They're playing 11 for Gower. Another change in bowling with Dorothea Chan to come on from the Argyle Street end. Again, nice full right on the toes. Navigated well by April Rose. And keeps this one inside the trams, outside the off stump. Been some good bowling from Gower to start with. Just a couple of extras. The wickets continue to fall. Still 4 balls left of the power play. That's popped up in the air and it falls just between cover and extra cover. Very lucky. Bottom handed it. Didn't carry to Karen Punt. It was wide from full toe in the catching position at extra cover. Gets down the non-striker's end. Mahektik been out there for all of the power play. Yet to get off the mark. Faced 2 overs herself. She's got a feather on that one. It's going to be runs. Should just be 1. So it does finally get off the mark with a single down the leg side. It's in the air as well. And again, just wide of Dorothea trying to take a catch off her own bowling. Plenty of bottom hand. This over. Survives again. Chung set back quite deep at mid-wicket. Not in the catching position in close. That's in the air as well. 1 bounce to point and tries to run on the arm of Carrie Chan. And I think she's run her out. Oh my goodness, what a piece of fielding that was. April Rose taking off. Carrie Chan with the left arm. 1 stump to aim at and she's nailed it. And the 4th wicket falls right at the end of the power play. Lantau 8 for 4. That was ridiculous by anyone else apart from Carrie Chan, who can do that in her sleep with her eyes closed. Only went down 3 or 4 steps, April Rose, turned around. There was Carrie Chan with the left arm, firing it in. It's going to bring the captain, Alish Khanwal, to the crease at number 6 with just 8 runs on the board. The power play's done. And it has been a Gower power display. must-win game for Craig and Gower to stay in a chance of making the final. And at the moment, they're dominating Lantau. Lantau, 2 wins from 2 games, but they did play the bottom 2 sides first and then got the harder of the 2 to finish off the tournament. Craig and Gower this game, and then round 5 it will be against HKCC. And we've been dominating. After a double wicket over, Amanda Chung will bowl a second. Mahekdeep on strike. Lost 4 partners already. She's just got the 1 run. Yorker length chopped out well. I've seen this from Mahek before as well. Can be a little slow to start with. Happy to see the new ball off and then can accelerate. It's going to need to. Again, Yorker length, no run available. Because at the moment, the Lantau score looks more like a maths fraction than it does a cricket score. 8 over 4. Swing and a miss this time. Far from the outside edge. Mahek practices moving that front foot across a little bit more. And again, a mix-up. And again, trying to run on the arm of carry. I think a direct hit would have had Alispa in a world of hurt there. Can't afford a 3rd run out. They've lost half their wickets already to run outs. This time, Chung much straighter. No wide so far. And there's a little guide onto the leg side. Backward of square, takes the 1. Heavy runs getting a round of applause from the Lantau dugout at the moment because they're hard to come by. Three players making it to 2, including Mahek not out. Extras of 3. Lishpa faces her first delivery. Tries to go aerial and just bobbles forward of point for a dot. 1 run coming from the 7th. Lantau 9 for 4. We'll have a look up the hill and see how the other Women's Premier League game is going today. KCC sent in to bat. And their captain for today, Yasmin Dazwani, with no header in the side. He's opened the batting, 16 not out, batting with Lavinia Chair. So KCC at the end of the 8th over. 7.5 overs, 27 for 1. It's a good start for them. Up against table toppers, Hong Kong Cricket Club Women's Premier. Dorothea to bowl a second. Drags down the leg side, and extras continue to be the top scorer for Lantau. At least they're into double figures now. 10 for 4. The high thigh pad. Too high, but another dot. It's the line back better for Dorothea. Guides it through the gully region. They have protection with the 3rd inside the circle, but gets the run. Picks up a 3rd run for Mahek. Carnawal back on strike, looking to get off the mark as well and try to form a partnership. The team struggling. good delivery and just having to defend this time. Goes full on the toes, and up goes the finger from Shelton de Cruz, the second LBW of the innings, and they're halfway down now, Lantau, losing their fifth. The captain out for a duck as well, and the score just sitting on 11 for 5. Not a hard decision again for umpire Shelton de Cruz this time. Played across the line, onto the lower part of the pad. And that's the end of the captain as Gower comes out to the crease at number 7. Nobody able to stick around with Mahek. She's faced 20 deliveries, Mahek Deep Court, for the 3 runs. Sticking around, has looked solid. Really hasn't looked like getting out. But she's lost 5 partners now. Dorothea has her first. Just a masterclass so far by Craig and Gower of bowling your right lines and being on the top of your toes in the field. 1 bowl, 2 LBWs, 2 runouts. It's a well-rounded effort so far. Haven't even made it to the drinks break yet with 5 wickets down. Drops it short this time, so a nice little sighter for Gower. I think that's been put down. Gets the edge. Elmira has not managed to glove it. Could have been a second wicket that over, but after 8, Lantau 11 for 5. Changing bowling from the Victoria Harbour end with Sauha Chan to bowl her first over of the game. Nice place to be coming in to bowl. And 5 wickets down already. Can really put the pressure on with 2 overs to the drinks break. I mentioned earlier about how Lantau missing a couple of their bigger names. Their batting lineup would have desperately liked to have Vancy Chowdhury out there at the moment. Sauha bowling to Mahek. Big floater, that's a no ball. So a free hit coming up, something that Lantau will enjoy. Take the pressure off just a touch. One of those ones that was almost a no ball, dropping onto the stumps. It had plenty of height. Fell just behind the stumps, but over the waist height to the batter. Another no ball from square leg, so another free hit coming up. That's a better delivery. And no, it's gone down leg though. Bit expensive to start here for Sauha. Still got a free hit coming up as well. Good runs for Lantau though. They'll take it. And again, rinse and repeat. Pioneer Zally's had to wave that finger a few times this over. Still looking to get through the free hit. And then it's dotted out. Get a legal delivery. Start the over off. Another wicket falls. Salhan Shah, who started off a little loose, finally gets the breakthrough. 6-wicket falls for Lantau on 16. Nice piece of work. Take your own catch there, Salha. And Gurkamal, another duck in the books for Lantau. Anime Tumbu coming to the crease at number 8. Overdone. A successful one again for Craig and Gower. 9 done. Lantau 16 for 6. I keep saying it, but Mahekdeep Kaur is still out there. Each over seems to have a different batting partner at the other end. She's up to 4 now. Dorothea Chan from the Argyle Street end. Oh, that's popped up in the air. Just dribbles to a short, fine leg. Takes another single. Happy to get down the other end. At least keep pushing the runs on with the singles. 5 off 26. Anime Latumba on strike. The new into the recruits for Lantau today, into the Premier League, and a job to do. 5 balls left. Get us to the drinks break with 6 wickets down. Plays over the top of that one. I need to re-bowl that one. Called away on the leg side nicely. Beats mid-wicket. Mid-on, Sahan Chand comes around and gets off the mark. Hannah May doing something that plenty of the Lantau players have been unable to do, and that's get off the mark. Mahekdeep back on strike. Shorter length and almost pulls it straight to square leg, but gets plenty on it. Long boundary. Could go all the way. Is it going to stop just? It is going to stop just inside. They get back. They're going to go on 3 on the arm. Going to have to motor, but the throw didn't go anywhere near the keeper in the end. He's got to say that's the first double of the day, but it's the first triple of the day. Good running, and it's what's on offer to the Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground side today. So Latumba will face the final delivery before the drinks break here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. It's been a good over so far. 6 runs coming from it for Lantau. 7 runs coming from it. We'll still need to re-bowl that final delivery. Lead us into the drinks break. Could be just inside the tram lines. Finishes off with a dot. So it will be 7 runs coming from the 10th. We're in the drinks break here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Lantau winning the toss, electing to bat, but it's been Craig and Gower in the first 10. Getting 6 wickets. A twofer for the captain, Amanda Chung. Singles for Salha Chan, Dorothea Chan, and Karen Poon, who hasn't taken a wicket yet, but bowled 2 overs, none for 1. 2 run-outs, including, and the top score from Mahek on 8, but it also includes 1, 2, 3, 4 ducks so far for Lantau. We'll have a drinks break here. Join us in around 5 minutes' time for all the exciting action of the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League Series. Drinks break done here. Aaron Bush with you for the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 series. All-important game for Lantau and Craig and Gower. And at the moment, it's all Craig and Gower needing a win. Final game of their round robin. They've played 3, 1, 2, lost 1. Lost today kicks them out of a chance in the final. A win today might well secure themselves a position in the final, with Lantau having to play top table HKCC. Salha Chan to continue successful in a first over. onto the pads. Another run straight to the fielder, but a little misfield by the captain at mid-wicket allows a single. Been a fighting knock from Mahak. 9 off 28. Maybe a little bit high, but it's poking the bat at it this time. Anna May. Seen 2 LBWs already. Swing and a miss outside off. Of course, if KCC can somehow get their first win of the tournament against HKCC, that's going to mix everything up. That's going on up the hill. We'll keep an eye on that game. Big floater, too wide. 59 for 2, KCC women in the 12th. Yasmin Dazwani still out there in the middle, captaining today. 41 of 42 deliveries. Fighting knock with Zara Khedda out in the middle with her. As I said, some of the Lantau players are missing due to a Women's T20 League Div 2 semi-final over at PKVR Reservoir. Have a look at that one. I see Velocity up against HKCC Cavaliers. And big score from IC Velocity, 170 for 8. And who did it? The person that usually plays for Lantau in the Premier League, Vancy Chowdhury, 93 not out of 62 deliveries. Nobody else getting into double figures for the Velocity, apart from extras. But they still managed to put on 170. And Cavaliers needing 171 for victory. It's going to be a good game. Keep an eye on that one. Still going on here. 2 runs coming from the 11th. Dorothea Chan. Going to bowl out here. 3 overs, 1 for 11 so far. They're sticking to their game plan. Craig and Gower not going in for the kill, not bringing back Carrie Chan or Karen Poon into the attack just yet, saving them for the death overs. Of course, their middle string bowlers have done the damage as well today. Dorothea Chan to Mahak. Pushes it backward a point for another single. And that'll get her up into double figures. 10 of the 26 runs coming from the bat of Mahak. Swings hard, can't beat extra cover. They need to somehow find, at least get up over 50 here at Lantau. It's a very powerful Craig and Gower batting lineup. Paul Toe's been in the runs all Premier League so far. Carey, of course, be out there. That's hit well. Goes to the cover fielder this time. They run on the arm. Oh, that was awfully close as well. Maybe just a little bit too high, the throw in. So Latumba gets a second run, rotates the strike. So the length back again, so tip and run onto the offside. They're happy to run on the arm here and do so nicely. Just watching there from our broadcast position, side on, that Mahak's batting outside of the crease. Long way forward. Anna May's back. That's chopped up in the air. Could be caught and bowled. Is caught and bowled. Good diving effort from Dorothea. She gets her second. The 7th wicket falls. Latumba out for 2. Lantau 28 for 7. Big swing, but The face of the bat was aiming towards the sun, and it's spooned on up, and a good diving effort from Dorothea off her own bowling. The second caught and bowled of the day. Exact the 7th wicket for Craig and Gower. Dorothea with one ball left of her spell. Waiting for confirmation on the new batter. We're going to continue, and it's going to be a dot to finish off with 3 singles and a wicket. Dorothea Chan has bowled out 4 overs, 2 for 14. As Lantau crumble after 12, 28 for 7. New batter, Simran deep core, survives the delivery from Dorothea. I was saying they haven't pulled the trigger just yet, but they are now. Karen Poon back into the attack to bowl over 13. See if they can't clean out this Lantau tail. Mahek been out there the entire time, on strike. Just gets the bat down in time on that one. Somehow squirts through to fine leg. Oh, an eventful over from Karen Poon. Should have been a run out at the end. I mean, a little fumble allows the batters to get back safely. So after 13, Lantau 29 for 7. Who's going to take the ball from the Argyle Street end? Looks like Salhar Chan. Oh, swap ends. Use the left arm from the Argyle Street end. 2 overs, 1 for 7. Caught and bowled herself, much like Dorothea. Simran deep on strike. Looking to get off the mark. It's a floater on the pads, but fine inside the circle. Amy Lai just sitting in a good position in that backward square on the 45. Kerry Chan's moved out a point and gone to square leg as well. 5-4 offside field. Drives hard and straight to extra cover. Amanda Chung takes the catch. There was a pull toe. I'll get confirmation, but it was an easy catch driven straight to her. It is pull toe with the catch, and Salha Chan gets her second. That's the end of Simrandeep for a duck. And the 8th wicket falls for Lantau on 29. It's driven nicely. That was Mahek finally falling. Departs for 12. The opener. The only one showing some resistance for Lantau. Mahek deep core has to depart. Jani Tagaro comes out at number 10. Right into the tail enders now, getting rid of the opener. Jani Tagaro facing Salha Chan. Leaves it alone. That'll be an extra. Much needed for Lantau. Gets them to 30 at least, but it's not going to be enough against this Craig and Gower batting lineup, you wouldn't think. Need late runs. They've still got plenty of overs, but they do not have plenty of wickets in hand. And this could be another one. Oh, just outside the stretched arms of the captain this time on the leg side. Chung was close to getting a hand on that one, but lucky. Gets off the mark, which has been a struggle for plenty of the Lantau batters today. Even if it is a little bit fluky. Chance your arm. Simrandeep plays through that one. Nice dot ball. Feels like if one drops right on that off stump, Salha Chan could have a third here. Little delay. The shoelace needs to be retied. One zips on through. Going to be a dot. Another successful over for Salha Chan and Craig and Gower after 14. Lantau 31 for 8. What's going on up the hill then? The KCC batters. Yasmin Daswani just brought up her half century. 50 off 50 deliveries for KCC. 82 for 2. Now just picked up a single. Moves to 51 and KCC 83 for 2. That's going by memory, very close to being their best score this season. So they're taking the fight to HKCC in the other Premier League T20 match. Not so much fight here from Lantau. Karen Poon's going to bowl out. Been so tidy. Unlucky not to get a wicket. 3 overs, 1 maiden, none for 2. Onto the pad, but straying down the leg side. Denied the wicket by umpire Niaz Ali. And there it is. She gets into the wickets column, going straight through onto middle stump. That's the end of Tagaro, out for 1, and only 1 wicket remains. Lantau 31 for 9. The old you miss, I hit from Karen Poon. It aims on in onto the leg stump in the end it was. And great delivery. She gets here first and can clean up the Lantau batting in this over. She's got 4 deliveries left. Still 5.4 overs remaining. Lantau missing some of their superstars. It could be a very important loss in the end with a game to play for Lantau. I'm not saying they've lost yet, of course. They could easily come out and do the same to Craig and Gower, but at the moment it doesn't look like a score that is going to be enough. Everyone in close in catching positions. Just gets bat on ball in time. And there it is. Gets a second and cleans up Lantau. All out for 31. Another one on the middle stump from Karen Poon. She's got 2 for 2 off 3.4. Lantau all out for 31 inside 15. That was a roll-up right next to my effects mic. So there it is. As the innings comes to an end, Lantau bowled out for 31. We'll have a look at the batting and bowling card. And the batting card, it's not good for Lantau. Only one player showing some resistance, getting into double figures. Mahekdeep Kaur, the opener, 12 off 38. Extras also scoring 12. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ducks for Lantau as they capitulated down, all out for 31. The bowling card a lot rosier for Craig and Gower with double wickets to Karen Poon, Amanda Chung, Dorothea Chan and Salha Chan. Surprisingly, Harry Chan didn't get in the wickets column but didn't come back onto bowl and easily would have at the end. 2 overs, 1 maiden, none for 2 for Chan. So we're in the innings break here as a win for Craig and Gower, a must in their final game. They just need 32 runs for victory. Join us in around 10 minutes' time.
ये रोल होगा अभी बटन में दो तरीके हैं
Innings break almost done here at Sinkwang Road Recreation Ground. Aaron Bush with you as Craig and Gower comes out to the middle, requiring just 32 runs for victory. Karen Poon and Salha Chan coming out to the middle to open the batting for Craig and Gower. There's the roller. Still trying to do some work on that turf pitch, getting rid of the wet areas that we had, which is why we're playing on Astro today. Hopefully trying to get it dry for the Men's Premier League game coming up at 1:30 p.m. A big one, Pakistan Association up against USRC. Trying to keep both of their teams' chances alive as we get down towards the final rounds of the round robin before heading to the finals, which I don't know when they're on yet. There's still one more round after this. This is the final game for Craig and Gower in the women's comp. They have played 3 already, 1-2, lost the 1. Lantau, 2 from 2, and only defending 31. Could well be 2-1. The end of maybe even the power play. We'll see how it goes. Gerkamall Kaur to open the bowling for Lantau from the Argyle Street end. Be Salha Chan on strike. As the roller very slowly heads off. Once that's cleared from the ground, we'll be able to get underway here. Due to start in about 1 minute's time. Not setting any speed records, of course, that big roller. The heavy roller. And heads off to deep point. And just checking with the scorers. I'll have a look around the ground, see where their fielders are placed. They've got a deep square leg. Might be the only one outside the circle so far. Fine leg inside, third inside, point cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on, and mid wicket inside the circle. 5-4 offside field. I think we've got a radio issue here. Umpire Niaz Ali needs a new walkie-talkie. A little bit of a delayed start, but I don't think it's going to make much difference to the finish time. On AstroTurf, as when I talked to Amanda Chung at the toss this morning, said that no difference playing on turf, well, on the AstroTurf. They do that out at PKVR Reservoir. And they executed it beautifully. Fine bowling display. Maybe 1 or 2 too many extras. The extras tying for top score with Mehak Deep, 12 apiece. But the rest went cheaply. So Salha and Karen opening the batting. They've still got Pulto probably to come in at number 3. Carrie Chan maybe at 4, not padded up yet. I can see across to the Craig and Gower dugout. Could be these two out in the middle. Finishing the game off quickly, or can Lantau get through this top order quickly? Here we go. Gerkamall to Salha. Starts down the leg side. Gets a little bit of thigh pad. Starts with a dot. This time pushing onto the offside. Tight cordon. Make sure that stays to a dot as well. Driven again. Straight to cover. Nicely played, backward of square, the big long boundary. They're going to run 2, probably 3. It's not going to make it to the ropes. Stops dead. Coming back for a third. Might be happy and comfortable. First runs off the bat, getting a treble. And that'll put Karen Poon on strike. And good line. Again, pulled onto the leg side. Beats the fielder inside the circle. The sweeper comes in. They're going to run 2 on the arm. And runs to start with for Karen as well. Solid start so far. Finding runs on that long Ting Kwong Road side boundary. Work to do out in the deep. Twice now for Charlene Calizzo. 1 ball left to the first. Currently going at a runner ball, which will get us done before the power play, right at the end. Again on the leg side, misses it. It's going to be the first extra in the books. Now on target to chase down the runs in the power play. Probably a bit lucky there, Gerkemal. Karen managed to get some good bat on that one, going fine. It should have raced away even to the long boundary. Didn't see a boundary in the first innings. Again on the leg side. The whole pivot ends up on the offside. Shy at the stumps. Get through for a leg by. Karen will retain strike. 7 runs coming from the first. Another 25 required in 19 for Craig and Gower. Mahekdeep Kaur, a Hong Kong China international player. Got a job to do. Did the only job with the bat for Lantau this morning. Now has been given the responsibility to bowl from the Victoria Harbour end. Needs to find wickets. Usually does. A very good bowler. Probably a disservice that she has to bowl on the AstroTurf. Very good bowler on turf wickets. Still, as we saw in the first innings, wickets can be generated from both pace and spin. Karen Poon on strike. Just deadens the ball onto the offside. Bit of width this time. It's cross-batted straight back to Mahek. She's confident in her bowling here, Mahekdeep Kaur. Nobody outside the circle, even with the short boundary on the leg side. Everyone inside. And plenty well inside in catching positions. Nobody there, though. Has picked the gap forward of point. Work to do. There's at least 2 in this one. Still chasing it down. Probably will be happy with the 2. They are. Karen's going to come, though. No, they're going to take the third. Little risky, but they get through safely, running on the arm. Another treble in the books as Craig and Gower get into double figures in just 1.5 overs. And it's good running. Sahar Chan was happy with the 2. Karen was coming back for a third. And played away on the leg side. And good fielding inside the circle from fine leg. Pick up with one arm, one hand and throw. Gerkemal Kaur there, protecting the leg side boundary. Still finding the singles that were so hard for Lantau to find. Well, that's a good delivery. Just dots it out onto the offside. Still currently going a runner ball Craig and Gower. The big win will help boost their net run rate as well. Go check out the table as it stands before these two games. Pulls straight through square leg, picked up, and this could be a chance. It's a good throw in. Sauha Chad with some good running. End of the over, still going at a run of ball. Craig and Gower 12 for the loss of no wicket after 2. Gurkamore continuing and starts with an extra as well, which they can't afford to give away here, Lantau. A little discussion between umpires here. Round the wicket for Gurkamore, getting the swing away across the body. Good delivery. Does come with some risk, of course, dragging it down. Umpire Shelton probably just giving Gurkamore a bit of advice about running through the protected area on the follow-through. Another single in the books. Good running between these two. The deep square leg in place. There's runs available on the leg side, even if it just comes in singles. That one's pushed to extra cover. Take the dot. That's picked right off middle stump, skied up in the air, over the top of the infield. Mahek not able to get a hand on that one. And wasn't far away from holding out. It was a good length delivery from Gurkamore, right on middle stump. It was another one of those you miss, I hit. This time Sauha Chand managing to hit, almost holding out to mid-off. In the end, it's in the books as a single. Drags down leg. It's away with it. Just a 3 run so far. Already almost halfway there for Craig and Gower. Tries to go the little flick dab. It'll be a dot to finish with. 3 off the over, 3 done. Craig and Gower 15 for the loss of no wicket, needing another 17. A heck to continue from the Victoria Harbour end. Sauha Chand on strike. Back into the crease, tries to pick that gap forward to point again. Does a little bit of a toe poke from the point fielder. Only take one. They probably could have thrown a run on the arm, but happy to take the single. Saw some mix-up run-outs in that first innings. Kraken not looking to replicate that. Comes forward, tries to go big, just inside edges it through to square. Another single. Of course, this is the other game. There's two games on for the Women's Premier League T20. Back of the crease, a long way back. See that back foot's pretty much in line with the stumps. It's a wide. Yeah, up the hill. KCC putting on 95 for 5 in 20 overs. Yasmin Daswani, the only one getting into double figures with a 58. Goes aerial again, popped up in the air, getting underneath it. The catch has been put down at mid-on. Went straight to April Rose, sitting at mid-on. Again, Saha Chan happy to go aerial. Gets a life. And also gets the single. Karen Poon back on strike on 8. That's got up and high in the bat as well. Almost carries back to the bowler. One hand, one bounce. Would have been out had it been my backyard when I was a kid. Always one hand, one bounces out, but not in Premier League. Dot ball, though. So this time keeps it along the ground. Just dots it. Plenty of time. There's no rush. They don't need to lose any wickets. But of course, quicker they get this job done, the better the net run rate boost for Craig and Gower. Oh, that one almost got through. It was the Yorker length. It was a good delivery. 3-4 runs coming from the fourth. Craig and Gower 19 for the loss of no wicket. Well past the halfway mark of this run chase now, just needing 13 more. So up the hill, talking about that game, with KCC putting on 95 for 5. So 96 needed to win for HKCC Premier. I notice they've made a bit of a change. Natasha Miles and Mariko Hill not opening the batting today. Maya Gardner and Lemon Chung doing the duties, trying to get the runs on the board. Natasha Miles, of course, who does not have an average in Premier League so far because she has not been out. Got a century to her name, a 68 or so. That one's pushed straight to mid-wicket. They'll run on the arm and take another single. Sticking with Gurkamal Gore from the Argyle Street end. No sign of the captain, Elise Kunwal, having a bowl just yet. Tries to go leg side. It's come off the pad. I'll get through for another one. I'll just get a bit of bat on that one. On buys in the end, got nothing on it. Goes aerial, up in the air. Going to split the gap between mid-wicket and mid-on. A third, fourth time, so hard decided to go up. She's trying to go over the top of the infield. Hasn't made it over the infield yet, but survives for another single. 22 on the board. Just 10 more required. Question is, with 9 balls left, will they finish this off inside the power play? And that one's gone fine. Karen wants 2. They're not going to run on the arm this time. They'll just take the 1. Whether it's buys or runs, taking a run every ball this over. Very relaxed Craig and Gower dugout watching on. Those that they're very close to finishing off this game. Get an early rest. It's fortunate for Craig and Gower in one respect because they've played out after today. They've played their full 4 games. Other teams are going to be playing when the Cricket Hong Kong, the Hong Kong China team will be on tour by my calculations. Round 5 scheduled for around April 27. And the women's team will be departing on April 23. So the last round is going to be very interesting. Lantau will be missing Joylene and Mahek. But the HKCC team they're going to be playing are going to be missing a whole lot of players. Betty Chan, Marika Hill, Natasha Miles, Emma Lai, Alison Sue, Tammy Chu might be on tour as well. Lemon Chung for sure, the wicketkeeper. So Lantau might cause an upset in round 4, but they're going to have to play better than they did today. Mahak going to bowl the final over of the power play. So both opening bowlers bowling 3 overs apiece so far. Karen Poon on strike on 9. Both batters on 9 with 5 extras in the books. Again, trying to use the feather through the slip cordon. Fraught with danger because it's very easy to just get the feather edge through to the keeper. There is Joylene Kaur. Waits on it and picks out extra cover. A little bobble from Chirito. Calipso there at extra cover. Another single. Well back in the crease and just punches it. A bit of spin on it, actually. So it beats Alishba at point. Spun away in the end. Keeper's knocking the bails. Joylene knocking the bails off there before the ball even came in. Another single. Kept it along the ground this time, Sahar Chan. So she's the first. Well, they're both into double figures now. 10 apiece. Don't think they're going to finish this one off in the power play. Might be far outside it. 3 balls left. Again, dab poke. Just backward a point. This time doesn't spin away from Carnwell. Another extra in the books, helping things out for Craig and Gower. Happy to leave that one alone. So we will get to the end of the power play here at least. 26 on the board, just 6 more runs. Unless there's a big leg side 6 from Karen Poon. Anything's possible. And it's not going to be. It's going to be a dot. So the power play is done. Craig and Gower 26 for the loss of no wicket, needing 6 more for victory. Simran Kaur to bowl over number 7, the first change in bowling from the Argyle Street end. Aerial again from Sahar Chan. Work to do. Can't get there again, falling at the foot of Alish Bakanwal, the captain. Takes another single, though. Loves that bottom hand, Sahar. They've spread the field after the power play. Mid-wicket's out, and so is backward square. Karen Poon on strike. It's a no ball, so a free hit coming up with another extra in the books. 4 to win. Can Karen do it in style? Bring up the win with a boundary off the free hit. It's a long leg side boundary. She'd have to go perhaps on the offside. Nothing to lose here with a free hit coming up. So charges and misses it all. Gets the dot. No damage, apart from one more extra in the books. 7 extras so far. Shorter delivery this time. Karen pulls through the forward square region. There's 2 in that one. As Salha signals Karen to come back. And they'll push the score to 30. Oh, they're going to go for a third on the throw. Oh, that is very close. Just back in time. A direct hit from Cardwell on the relay throw out from the deep. So scores are tied. 14.4 overs for Lantau to get 31 runs. It's taken 6.3 for Gower. And any run now will seal the victory. And it's a big full toss. It's skied up in the air and over the top of backward point. No, getting there. Goes through the hands. They take the single. They get the win. There it is. Gower, big victors. 10 wickets as they seal their 3rd victory of the tournament. And Gower with a massive win, finishing it off in 6.4. Good news for Gower. They go 3-1 from their 4 games, and Lantau lose their first. They're now 2-1 with 1 game remaining against Hong Kong Cricket Club. The batters head on out. Both Salha Jan and Karen Poon holding their bat all the way through 6.4 overs. Have a look at the batting. There it is. Just the 2 used today. Salha getting 12 and Karen getting 13. Extras 7 getting the 32 done really quickly. Just the 3 bowlers used today. And everyone going for 4s or a 9 there at the end for Gersimon. And we're at the end of this game. It's game 1 of 2 here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Premier League Women's done. Gower victors by 10 wickets. Make sure you join us from 1 p.m. I'll be out in the middle for the toss against Pakistan Association taking on USRC Premier. It's going to be a cracking game. Join us then. But until then, Aaron Bush signing off.